Hey, what is going on, everyone? I'm Will, and we are back with some more Genshin today. Continuing on with this really long-ass main story section. Honestly, it feels... This main story section, I like a lot of it. There are some minor things I do wish that they would fix in terms of, like, letting us pause a little bit more and, taking a bit of a break where you can actually like save and stop and stuff kind of like that. But ultimately, so far, I think the story of this update has been so freaking... I've been so locked in. All right, where are we going? Where are we headed? Oh yeah, I think we're heading up to what's her face's place. Over here. But yeah, we're gonna be continuing on with some more main story. It's weird, like we've already... This is what, stream number 5 in this update, and it honestly feels like we haven't really even gotten... Maybe we're probably halfway through the main story. Who knows? Maybe closer to the end. But this has, like, dude, the story so far for 6.0 and 6.1 has been so freaking good. Honestly, I'd say it's been better than majority of the stuff from Natland. Because, don't get me wrong, there was some interesting things in Natland, but it was like little bits here and there that were like interesting or cool, while the overarching thing is like, okay, here's this thing, I guess. Where here it's just like a lot more like, we're doing it. And it's like, yes. Because like we've done things that's like there's supposed to be a war or like some big thing going on. And it just kind of feels like, okay, we don't really get to see most of that though. Here, I'd say it's still not to its full potential of like them being attacked by like, what was it, the Night Hunt or whatever. But I'd say it's a lot closer than it was than like in Azuma, where it's like, we're at a civil war. It's like, are you though? I saw one fight between you guys. Okay, what is going on with this? The camera just keeps like inching a little bit. Maybe I need to recalibrate my controller, or maybe there's like some snap feature with the camera that I need to change in camera settings. Anyway, let's get locked in. Yeah, plus it helps that the villain of this arc has been the most interesting so far out of the whole game. Which kind of sucks because the guy from like, not the main villain, but like, you know, the Harbinger. He was pretty cool from Natland, but we really didn't get to engage with him a lot or really get to like fight with him that much. His fights we did see were super cool. And his story arc, if you were to look at it as a whole, was cool. But like the way that they paced it out kind of like always sucked out a lot of the like anticipation. But here, it's been like super locked in.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about Rarier's past, and you seem fairly familiar with Mr. Dainsleif already. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets will be safe with you.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to explain everything in due course.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that, my only goal is to see it through. Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarier's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels, so you're surely well aware of how dangerous it can be. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on searching for information. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the diver, you are my safety equipment, tasked with keeping me alive while I'm under the surface. Once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. But in the interests of safety, you must remain absolutely silent at all times. We will discuss our observations after the ceremony has concluded. Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Paimon has her own job to do, which requires staying in the room but not joining the ceremony.
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and root for you guys.
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarir's mind, it's imperative that we have a team member on the outside. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues, but the extra level of safety will be greatly appreciated.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team. That's pretty much the most important job in the crew.
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, got it.
Good. Please, take a seat. We'll get started momentarily.
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those secrets were all the same.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No chance.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
You're such a killjoy.
All right, I'm good to go.
Keep doing more and more of his inner monologue, and it's
All
pissing me
set
off
over
that they're
here,
just
too.
not voicing it. Like, come on. Like, doing it rarely and occasionally, it's like, okay, fine, whatever. But, like, they're starting to do it very regularly now. So it's like, just fucking use the goddamn voice actor you have.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. We're about to begin. Close your eyes.
They don't use the voice actor. I demand you have to pantomime it out. You gotta talk to people through interpretive dance. Let's see that. Commit to the not talking thing then,
Phew.
instead of being cheap.
Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. Bookshelves, paperwork, files. According to Dainsliff, Rarir used to be an intelligence operative. Chances are there's plenty of top secret intel stashed away in this room. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarir? Can't say I'm not looking forward to this.
Alright, let's get in.
He looks even gloomier than last time. I wonder what's changed.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets.
Paperwork simulator.
Female,
Yay.
23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. Another one for purged targets. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. What's it got to do with me? Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority in the past. Huh. He barely even interacted with other Crimson Moon descendants.
It's as if, I don't know, you're just, you know, taking out everyone from that bloodline because.
Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. None whatsoever. She doesn't seem to be anyone important, but then again, how many of them really are? Female, 13. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past.
Yes, we know. Like, okay, Jesus fuck. Like, how many more of these do we need to do? Yes, we're doing a genocide from the shadows where we're just killing all the people from this race. Yes, we got it. Jesus. 6-year-old. Yes, cool. Pretty soon we'll be strangling babies in the crib. We got it. This guy's not really gonna have any issues with it.
Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly... Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
No, you're murdering children. You're a fucking psycho that deserves to get the sword to the back of the neck, bud. Actually, yeah, who's even, like, giving you these targets in the first place? I mean, very clearly you have no morals whatsoever, and you will murder anyone given, you know, okay, you can kill them. Okay. Oop, done. Moving on. It's like, very clearly you have no morals whatsoever, and you will murder anyone that, you know, you can. As long as it's, like, you know, government sanctioned.
A
So who the
final
hell is giving you-
But at this stage, I have no idea who any of them even are.
Who's giving him the orders? Or is he the one deciding the target?
Bookshelves full of documents. Looks like these are all files, packed with the personal details of individual Conrians. The Crimson Moon dynasty preceded the eclipse. Since Rerir worked as a secret agent during the latter, it stands to reason that he was tasked with purging remnants of the old dynasty. Yep. Lines up exactly with what Dainsleif told me.
Let's see.
Mr. Vedifalnir, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as a question. Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask questions at all?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things. Things like your arrival.
I was just thinking, it won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane to my wedding.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. It's a wish, isn't it?
Oh, why the fuck are you talking like that?
No fooling a prophet, is there?
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
Does it feel good? Knowing how the future will unfold.
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb to fear and melancholy. Unless, of course, you learn to abandon these feelings. You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day.
That's right.
You must have noticed my reluctance to broach the subject. And the reason is simple. Because the truth could never have lived up to your hopes. For both our sakes, such words are better left unsaid. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulders.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecies? None but our exalted king?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to his majesty than I am. You must know better than anyone how much he's changed.
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly. A king can turn out to be the most virtuous of rulers, or a tyrant more terrible than the most vicious of dragons.
You are so wise and far-sighted, yet still you would have me live in fear of the unknown?
You make a fair point. Especially given my silence alone was all it took to send you spiraling downwards. Very well then. Let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness. If happiness is what you seek, you should find another fiancé.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis?
Who's to say
Guess I'd better tread carefully.
that Valendis is even like actually like have farsight? He could just be like really smart and knows telling him that will like have him fuck his own life up.
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
I'm sorry, do you not want to know the person you're about to marry is secretly murdering children? My bad. That kind of seems like information most people would want to know.
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would never dream of doing such a despicable thing.
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last. Do not forget that the blood of the Crimson Moon flows in your veins too.
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the way we were trampled into the dust.
Plus, it's very clear that if you're a descendant of the Crimson Moon, you will be killed, irregardless. So, it's not like it has nothing to do with you. Once they kill all the full-on descendants, they'll be like, okay, now who's like kind of half? And then a quarter, and then like 1/5. That's how, like, you know, fascist and tyrannical type governments go. There's always an outgroup, and that outgroup will always keep expanding constantly. Happens every single time.
As long as
Never
you promise
hasn't.
to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty, I can try to persuade him. Or have him persuade the Vinster King.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets? Over and over again? Or why we refuse to give up on restoring the dynasty? The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words. Sooner or later, Conria will fall. And it will be his doing. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon us all.
The Rehir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept my own past a secret this whole time, too.
Again, were you murdering children? I feel like you're like, I don't know what her past is, obviously, but like, I feel like that's kind of in a category on its own, bud. I once did credit card fraud. He's killed 17 children and counting. Oh,
Love should be built
but
on
credit card
honesty.
fraud.
But ours was born from lies. Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, how can we go on pretending to be normal?
Normalcy is overrated.
Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. In the end, nothing stays hidden forever.
And if normalcy is predicated on you hiding your true nature, then it's a falsehood. Boom! Knowledge dropping.
But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything in my power to protect what I cannot afford to lose. No matter who I have to face.
It's weird. Have we really... I'm trying to think. I don't think we've really had that many blonde-haired characters. Actually, I don't think that we have any blonde characters other than the main character.
Huh? Was that Rerir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Delhi? Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli. People of no consequence always vanish so easily. And no one even remembers them.
Music is fucking hitting.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already, and they say that the king's madness grows with each passing day. We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die just because of the blood that runs through our veins? Felindis, are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off wandering.
Okay, never mind. She deserves it. I
heard
don't
you,
care.
though. You're talking about what Rerir said.
He's just trying to kill a bunch of people. Like, I'm sorry. I got things to do, okay? So can you wrap it up, please? Thank you.
He's just following the king's orders.
That doesn't...
He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
Oh my god.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
No. Rerir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon.
How'd you know that?
My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordinary. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any
You're
of
already
it.
dead then.
It's been a long time since my family severed ties.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king? No one.
Yeah, and you're trying to, like, be like, oh, well, he's just taking orders from the king. Like, why do people keep thinking that that's a thing? Right? You are choosing to be an assassin and to murder people on behalf of the king. That is your choice that you are choosing to do. That's not like, oh, well, the gods have it be. It's like, no. You are making that choice because of free will, motherfucker. You're the one choosing to do it. It is not outside of your power to stop or to run away or try to leave or quit. You have many options. You're too much of a coward, or you're just completely just completely checked out and don't care. You don't care. Okay? It's not a matter of whether you think it's good or bad. You just are neutral and don't care about the loss of life. Done. Like, it's not a hard concept, and it's not something out of our hands. No, you're choosing to murder people every single time. Okay? That's your choice. By your actions. No one is forcing you to do that. You're willingly doing it through your own, like, empathy. Or not empathy. Through your own, apathy of the situation.
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you all.
No, you're not.
But for now, you need to keep yourselves hidden. Don't let anyone find you, anyone at all.
No, you're not on their side. You're on your own side. The very fact that you brought up that, like, you can't even tell that I'm one of them. It's like, you hate your own people, basically, and, like, you don't count yourself amongst them, so why would you be punished? Which you haven't even said it was unfair for them to be punished. So, you probably think it's justified in some way. Until, let me guess, you're gonna see your fiancé murder one of the kids right in front of you, and you're like, oh, this is serious now. I swear to God if that's what happens.
Don't forget that Rerir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around. And when I am too. For now, don't come looking for me. And if anything happens to me, just act like we've never met.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't lay a hand on you.
I won't speak in his defense, nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do everything I can to put an end to this. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You call that change? But what about you?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
No, it sounds like you're only thinking about yourself all the time, bud, so... I hate these doors. They just don't look like doors. Alright, that was kind of a long
Another
sentence.
day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Or what? Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle and choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk, and the prey won't sense a thing.
I doubt that. I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open enough for the king is happy right now.
It won't happen.
What's changed? Ever since you fell under the spell of that power. In the beginning, you only had to take out a handful of your teeth.
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty, and I've carried out my work flawlessly.
Plus, these jobs never end well. As soon as you're not useful, you are going to be killed because of all you know. Like, it's going to be as simple as that, but every single time, that's how it always works. Okay, come on, can we... It's only sad when it's dead children. Womp womp.
Delindis, do you still remember Orlog?
Orlog.
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, we did. What about
He's
him?
dead.
He was arrested 2 days ago. Chances are he's already dead.
He...
I just don't get it! After everything he's done, why do you still stand by him? Or does it mean nothing to you that people keep dying?
No, that's not... Just hear me out.
I need to go now, Thelindis. They're looking for us. You take care too. If you ever need a place to hide, come find us.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic than anticipated. No progress whatsoever. What now? Won't you give me even a glimmer of hope? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find a way or we'll all be in danger. But If all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later, it'll be my neck on the line. But could he really bring himself to kill me?
Why do you... Again.
No.
Oh my god.
Surely he wouldn't have the heart.
Bro.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
What the... Oh, I hate him already. Okay, you've kind of ruined this character for me
Yes.
because you've just made him a fucking
I just want
moron.
to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
Why did you have to make him...
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on.
Why?
If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we?
Oh, okay, you kind of ruined this character because it's like, I have no choice. This is why I have to strangle you with my hands. Because someone told me to. You're a fucking lame
So his
character.
files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual.
Don't worry, I'll be sad that I killed you and be like, why? Why is this? Why do I have to do this? Whoa. It's like... you ruin characters when you do it like that. Like, no, they can't have a fucking wishy-washy, I have a conscience kind of situation in this. It's like, no. Either one, you truly believe what you are doing is good. In terms of like, yeah, you need to die. I don't feel bad for you. Boop. Dead kid. Or you need to like do something where it's like, oh, this is bad and I need to get away from this and stop. Instead of this just like, I'm gonna keep doing this until then I get assassinated because I've done the king's bidding. Who wouldn't see that coming?
No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too.
Cool. Kill yourself. Don't worry, it's a part of your job. It's the order from the king. He wants you to kill yourself now. Oh, now all of a sudden you can disobey orders. That's like the biggest fuck you kind of thing.
That's...
It's gonna be your wife, yes. Or girlfriend, fiance, whatever.
Thalindis? No. No. No!
You're such a piece of shit. This is going to affect my wife now. No. Fuck you.
Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? It cannot be. A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. You've been living in the shadows just like me. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. But in the end, Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? And then what? Today, it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow?
Oh, too bad you couldn't have
Will
had
you
this
not
epiphany
rest
like, I don't
until
know,
everyone
16
down
children
here
ago
is
or
dead?
something.
No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends.
Wow, it only took you killing all of the main bloodline for you to figure out, maybe this is bad, guys. I don't know about you. But killing a 6-year-old, I was like, gee willikers, this might not be great, but I still killed them. But now they want me to kill my girlfriend? How am I gonna get laid if I don't have her? This will affect me, guys. Therefore, I care now.
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. No one will know I was here. But what about you?
Me?
If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission, will you?
Why the fuck would you ask that dumbass question?
Point.
This mission's to murder you.
In that case,
No, please! I just want to see the outside world again. To...
go on living.
Yes, I know you're a man of your word. So please, just let me go.
Is he a man of his word, though? He's kind of just been, like, fucking off and doing whatever the king says this whole time. So, like, in what way is that a man of his word? It's like, yeah, I'll do whatever the king says. I guess that would count. That's not really him making the... Well, he is making a choice every single time he follows the king's orders. I don't know. I feel like a man of your word is you saying something and then you sticking to it, even when it's the hard choice to do. Although I guess technically it would be if you were against murdering children and then your job was like to murder children. But then again, it's like there's the difference between man of your word and what you should do morally. And it's like, well, morally you probably shouldn't murder children. Actually, I'm gonna take the probably out of that. You shouldn't murder children. So I think what you should do morally should supersede being the man of your word, you know? If it leads to that, so.
What will become of me? Just kidding. Go.
Are you kidding, though? You kind of seem like a guy that doesn't give a fuck unless it directly affects your personal life.
But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught. We'll be seeing each other again very soon if you do.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifilnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thelindis.
Yeah, that's your problem. You need to let her go that she can live.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know exactly whose it is. It's Vedifilnir.
By the way, Dainsley, he might be a fucking bad guy. I know he's kind of been like a mysterious dude, but like, yeah, no, maybe this place was right to get wiped out if this is how the king was acting, you know? Well, as a nation, not as like the people.
He won't tell me how to actually resolve any of this, but he keeps trying to manipulate me like a puppet. What's his game here? Tell me then. What will this moment of opportunity look like? And no answer. He's like a ghost. Always disturbing me when I'm on edge, but never answering when I need him most.
So, the Eclipse Dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Vinster King's research. The King's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Khaenri'ah hanging in the balance. No wonder every aspect of Rerir's life was so unstable. And it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crimson Moon Dynasty's descendants. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a drastic way, they might have gone on deceiving each other for the rest of their lives. And why does Vedifilnir, Dainslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? This guy kept more secrets than I ever imagined. The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only ever see the parts they're willing to let surface. Time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time, building up a picture of his psyche. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning, but it's usually pretty accurate. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has really been hiding.
Rerir, are you there?
What the fuck is this? What is this? Okay.
Hey, Rerir!
That
Come out, it's urgent!
was weird.
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
This is so
Okay.
weird. Why did they set
I'll
it up
come.
like this?
But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
Okay. Like it's a puzzle. Like they pulled this puzzle game out of nowhere, and it's not even really a puzzle game because it's like it's pretty
Well, this
straightforward
is a
what you
nice
need to do.
change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sertologi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support in my research.
Lunatic.
What was the name of the
Roboteer.
person that made Albed?
What brings
Or
you
Albedo?
here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me.
Are they all gonna get killed? This is to set up a red wedding situation.
Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you. So at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself, so drop the humble servant act. It endears you to no one. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum. the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment, and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veet doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Efterveet, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes with pros and cons.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rarir.
They decide to do it like this. This is so weird.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your
I
sentencing.
just didn't want to make the
Nothing
models for
personal,
the other
of
characters.
course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Vedafenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedafenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Horoptatyr more than anyone else in the world. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying attention. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedafenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conria.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedafenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
Hmm? You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedafenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedafenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. The question is, how does a man like me get out of this situation unscathed? You have noble ambitions, Dane, but I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me. I'm not interested in saving the world. All I want is a letter of pardon.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim.
So weird that this is like what they decided.
This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But why is it taking this form? Does it have something to do with Ravir's past? Another mystery I'll need to unravel.
God damn, this is such a long sequence. don't even know if we needed to
Author
fight them.
Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows. Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has established 2 points regarding Moon Marrow. Firstly, its origins have something to do with a god's power. Secondly, it serves as a portal to an as-yet indeterminate location. Moon Marrow can thus be defined as a spatial gateway. However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total power output of our instruments remains in the single digits. To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow lab. The Universitas Magistrorum recently decided to move most of its personnel into abyssal energy research, which has stymied all Crimson Moon-related projects. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power is risky, especially one as poorly understood as this, as well as making ourselves overly reliant on a single resource. We are neglecting other promising technologies. I apologize if this comes across as disrespectful, but as a Moon Marrow researcher, I desperately want to see the world beyond the gateway. If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is endlessly fueled by questions such as these.
Diagonal? No. No, I hit... It does not read inputs well. I hit back, and it just was not going. Yeah, when you hit forward and it's an attack, it's like, it will attack, and then it will take the spot.
This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Thelindis, did you hear about what happened?
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so I'm guessing whatever he did was a good deed.
Why is she here? Like, she was literally let off the hook, so, like, she should fuck off and be
You
gone.
never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never happened. You understand?
What if he finds out that you pried into his secrets?
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have. All I know is he's just a normal guy who happens to run some errands for the king.
Bro.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know.
The answer is yes. If you're not willing to talk to him about what he really does for work, you are afraid of him. You think he is going to kill you. Okay?
The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that.
Wow.
You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Your own desire to not be lonely pushes you to become close with the fucking killer. Dude.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
A red moon? You mean our moon?
That's right. Our moon. Promise me you'll look after it.
I promise, Tholindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins.
What is
no
this?
matter how long it takes.
Am I crazy? It kind of feels like now she cares, but before she was kind of like, whatever. Where's this coming from? Why do you care now? Seemingly out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm kind of interesting. Really? Get back this way, really?
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please,
yeah, and we know what
don't
happens
do
when
this.
those like
It is
adhere to the
king
throne.
himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatyr and Rheindater will disarm the security measures. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
I don't trust that other guy.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
Yeah, what a cheap way to get out of, like... Yeah, we don't want to make models for these other characters. Or for this whole subgroup. Wait, what? Oh.
This place is filthy. And the smell is abominable. Clearly, the king doesn't allow his prisoners a single shred of dignity. This is dire. Found you. Hello, Mr. Vedafilnir.
Ah, it's you.
Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise isn't an emotion that prophets feel very often.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of earnest remonstration.
I'm curious. What did you prophesize this time?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. Someone had to say it. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions.
That's a cool symbol.
I simply told him that if he continues on this path, Khaenri'ah will surely fall.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw, yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I can but lament as the inevitable unfolds. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future does nothing more for him than slowly crush his spirit.
Forgive my curtness, Vedafilnir, but the king did not suddenly turn on you today. His suspicions have been brewing for a long time. You can't have wisdom beyond the reach of your fellow man without attracting his fear and suspicion. There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either. He blinded you because he thought this would make the visions stop.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now. I believe I saw something new.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Khaenri'ah history.
I sense hatred in you, but also hope. A desperate hope that with the tyrant deposed, that will be the end of the story. But this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, in a whole new story. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them.
Ow.
You're not here for justice, are you? You're here for yourself. Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm? It was always your weapon of choice.
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side, aren't we?
We could be. But I need you to be honest with me, Vedafilnir. At this point, you're my only hope for the future.
You mean your future? With your beloved, Felindus?
Yes. And I know there are bigger things at stake here. A dynasty, a nation, maybe the entire world. But forgive me, I care first and foremost about myself. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself. I just can't do it. But you see a broader picture of the future than I. You see the solutions to the biggest problems of our age. So tell me, what is my solution? What's the answer?
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be and what will not. Maybe you are willing to pay a certain price in the pursuit of happiness, but unfortunately, fate does not negotiate. That is the cruelest thing about fate. It is unmoved by your sacrifices.
That can't be true. I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world is changing, to seek more power, so I can protect the things I love. You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why? Why are you doing all this?
My voice. in your head. So, you hear it too. The voice that steals your mind, gains your trust, and drives you crazy. It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedifalnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen in my life, as if he'd discovered some monumental secret. But then he suddenly switched to looking extremely weary.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever trials and tribulations you may face, be steadfast in the belief that they are your path to the future. For as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. That is the only chance you have of fighting back against fate. It is up to you whether you believe my words. Regardless, that is all I will say on the matter. I have no right to intervene any further.
I will hold you to your word.
Thank you for setting me free. In return, I will tell you one more thing that you cannot afford to ignore.
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city. We had no idea what it could mean.
If I were you, I would head to the Universitas Magistrorum.
The Universitas? Oh no!
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again very soon, Rerir.
Whatever Vedifalnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison. There was no time to lose.
Good lord. See, that was a decent way to do, like, story, I guess. Although, like, I wish it was, like, a little bit more... We could have had that conversation as we were escaping using that, checkmate, frickin', Oh my god, why am I trying to on the goddamn name of the game? Chess. As we're using, like, the chessboard to escape, we could have had that whole conversation while we were escaping. Instead of sitting there and just
Monsters!
barking.
Is this Rhindaughter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
It all adds up.
Not sure how we build up the moons. Oh wow, I didn't. Wow, was not paying attention to our health. Oh my god, we're bleeding out so rapidly.
Your fate. Huh? Witness the power of Gurwa.
Yeah, no, I should have just used our squad from Rip. Lord.
The Universitas. That reminds me of a rumor I once heard.
Yeah, I was trying to build up our ult, but that was
the
not
king
happening.
installed secret mechanisms in the palace and around the city. No one knows where they are or what kind of power they hold. But if they were ever going to activate, it would probably be on a night like tonight.
Can I say, it sucks that we're, like, seeing all these other past characters, and we do not actually get to see any of them. Even Dainsleif, like, we have his character model, how come we're not seeing him? But, like, everyone else as well, like, they don't have character models for any of those people, so, like, they're not even gonna try to make them.
Help! Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you! Save me! I can't! Ah!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true? The king really went through with it? What other means does the king have at his disposal? They must run on power from the Abyss, and given it's a major center of Abyss research, anyone over at the Universitas will be in grave danger. I have to hurry!
Clouds high.
No? This is why I fucking hate button, like, stupid multi-button combos, because they never fucking work in this game well. Just hit L and triangle, but you have to hit L and triangle and slightly hold instead of L and triangle and just do the light tap. Those are two different kinds. It's really fucking annoying. Oh, yay. More of these guys that suck our blood. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, we're dead.
Time to go.
No, my sword!
Wind Strider.
Odds reveal by
Verdict is...
What the fuck is he still like nearly full health?
Let me read you a verse.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind Strider.
Damn it, stop giving us guys that are like nothing but bleed damage. They're the worst fuckers in the game to fight.
Rain outlines your fate.
Come on.
Witness the power.
No more lies. Seek within.
That's cool. That's a cool ult.
I saw this coming.
Yeah, we fucked ourselves with the first fight.
As one with wind and cloud.
No, my sword.
I have taught you everything I know.
For fuck's sake, come on!
Time to act.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Is that all you've got?
What the frick was that? I was stuck.
Ring cutter.
Okay, I was slamming R2 and she wasn't deploying the bird for some reason. That's cool. I love when they do that. Would you stop doing the fucking dodge?
Clouds high. The birds call.
I am outplayed.
Retribution.
Just keeps doing the fucking dash move.
Wind Strider. Never
Fuck.
again.
No! 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 Fuck you! That is so dumb! 4 waves of motherfuckers that suck your blood out constantly. Come on, man. And like, we barely have health. Oh, god fucking damn it. Well, okay, I think we're slightly better off. Okay, I think it's only the final boss that's left. Dude, that was such a... I hate the Bloodsuck characters. Such a massive fuck you. Wait, what's happening? Okay, for some reason it's saying like we're not in the proper area. There! Play the fucking bird.
It all adds up. I can't hide the truth.
Wind strike.
Come on. Which? Switch! Jeez, this is why I hate the multi-button one. I literally just hit it 12 times to get him to switch to one character. It is so fucking annoying. Like, bro, I don't want to have to hit the character switch button 12 times for you to do it. It should be one time. I know that's fucking hard to do, but that's what happens. This game just does not read input well when it's multi-buttons. Like fucking L1 and triangle. In a fight, it just can't fucking wrap its head around it. Every time. And this has been a problem ever since the very beginning of this game. Whenever they started doing that, it has never worked well, ever.
Monsters at the Universitas Magistrorum? Why now? Oh no, they're coming. It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Where are the weapons? Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? I need help! Stay back! Please stay back! Please!
What's that?
Reverie. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Cylindus? No, don't do it! Cylindus! Cylindus!
I told you, Rerir. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know a way? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rerir, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair or desire. We all have our own.
Rerir. Rerir.
Cylindus?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rerir? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. I will find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. Right now, I'm feeling a strong sense of loathing. In a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies, and before long, you have a huge pack of lies that destroys everything. Time to get back. His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is one of endless tragedy. Cruel as it may be, that was Conria's fate.
That was a long sequence.
Everyone, I'm back. Can I get a standing ovation?
Never! How are you holding up? Feeling okay?
She's fine. Boss is a pro.
Okay, I'm not fully understanding the thing that happened. Like, when he dived into that, was he diving into that because Felindis is supposed to be in there? Or did he dive into that to stop the whole situation that was going on so that when he comes back, he can then go find Felindis? That's what I'm not understanding. Like, did those portals lead to the same place? Because I don't know. I feel like I might have misread that because it felt like one portal was in one place and then the other portal happened in another place. But I can't tell if that's just like how they filmed it or something, or if those are two separate things. And do they connect to the same place or not? I could not make heads or tail of that. I'm going to have to rewatch that, guys, to fully grasp that. But, yeah, it kind of seems like he became a massive dick lord. Is he still trying to find Felindis? Did they do the generic, he's a bad guy now, because he's been in the dark so long, he's forgot his love. But as soon as you remind him, he'll be like, oh, my bad, guys. We'll see.
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rarir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody. Driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
Although Rarir, so far, is probably one of the most well-flushed-out characters in this entire game. See, that's key to a good villain. Have it be well-flushed out. Hell, most main character or playable characters are nowhere near flushed out. Hell, main character isn't nowhere near flushed out.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone, but they did give us a clear glimpse into his life in Conria. However, I would not consider Rarir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes, nobody is safe.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon the people of Nodcry in their hour of need?
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan. Without you, the mission ahead will be all but impossible.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around.
You need to talk to
Now,
Dainsliff.
As for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth shut the entire time. Bravo.
Yeah, when we were talking with Dainsliff, I was like, oh, well, they're both from there, so they might know of each other. I didn't fully realize that, like, oh no, they were, like, best friends, like, for real. Like, going to their wedding kind of best friends. And it's like, wow, he knew this guy. The thing, I don't think Dainsliff never really brings up his past too much until it's, like, a story that's directly dealing with the one specific detail from it. So it's like, you need to talk to him about this situation.
Cool. So, can you fill me in on the deets now? Most of what I saw went right over my head.
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. It will save me narrating it twice. Yehoda?
Yes, boss!
Yoda!
Let me get that door for ya.
That's more like it. For a moment there, I was worried you'd forgotten about the first clause of your employment contract.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the first clause say?
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea, yada yada.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the Curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't seriously think I'm cruel enough to treat her like my slave? In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chairs, enjoying a leisurely cup of tea. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work.
Let's face it, Flynn and Varka are both, like, two of probably the best character designs that we've had in a minute for male characters. Like, don't get me wrong, there has been some nice ones in Natland. Actually, I think the coolest design from all of Natland was the Harbinger, and he wasn't even a playable character. Which is definitely one thing that I kind of hate, that, like, we don't really have a lot of Harbingers that we can play as. I mean, hell, there's that one, like, the dude with the hat. That happened so long ago, but it's like you'd think more Harbingers would come over to our side. We have Child, we have, what was a Wanderer, whatever. Ronin? I can't remember his name. It has to do with wandering or something like that is his name, that his new name is. Those two came over to our side. I'm assuming the puppet girl, she's probably gonna come over to our side. Which there is a thing that I keep forgetting to do. We have to go back to Natland for something real quick. I don't know if anything will come of this, but I want to test something out.
Oh no.
What was that?
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
You teleported back to the desert area where she's from, it seems.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the Curatorium's labor policy.
I'm sorry? What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor policy.
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated manner. And nobody has access to this chess set but me.
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a special technique of mine.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what's happening now?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent, which was also the case my first time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand. I must be the one to find our way out of here.
The chess set's pretty dope, to be fair.
Boss, it's fine. Really. Let me do something useful.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehoda?
What?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile as you? God forbid anything ever happens to you.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some water. There's gotta be a source around here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm really liking all the characters from this new area. Honestly, the Moon Priestess has kind of been the most vanilla, but everyone else has had like a lot more funner personalities that blend well with each other.
I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. We gotta conserve our energy. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense,
Malarkey.
Mentally speaking, it's all real. And so is our tiredness and fatigue.
Yeah, but like we've been doing like main storyness since like basically the beginning of this stream, and we're almost at 2 hours of just like locked in main story.
You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's any less serious. But anyway, I got your backs, so don't worry about a thing.
Don't I have the best employees? Jealous much?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frostmoon Scions. Would you be amenable to that, Boss Nefer?
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Beauty runs from the tips of your antlers to the depths of your imagination. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking no matter what we encounter. And don't disturb the chess pieces. You have my word that I will get us all out of here.
Yeah, okay, I think we're gonna stop here. Just because it's really hard to tell, like, here's the spot that you can, like, exit, you know? Like, we're still within the chessboard. And it's like, whenever we're, like, in, like, these flashbacks, it's hard to tell, like, what parts can we just, like, okay, we're good, we're gonna stop here, and it's not gonna send us back. Like, a couple conversations or something. But we're gonna end it here. But yeah, the story has been really good, but it has had a massive problem of, like, it's been 2 hours and they haven't been like, okay, now let's go back out to the normal world. It's like, motherfucker, like, do a normal stopping point where people can just leave and then pop back in. I'm assuming that's what this point is supposed to be. But yeah. That is going to be it for today. Tomorrow we're going to pick right back up and continue on. Yeah, so far this story has been super interesting. Like I've said, this is by far the best villain that this game has made so far. Mainly because it's like very engaging, and like they're like fleshing out his past very well and heavily, unlike almost all other characters in general in the game. But yeah, cannot wait for tomorrow, and we're gonna be pushing forward, seeing how much more we have to do here. Although I don't know, I'm not a big fan. Like I said, using the chessboard is awkward and weird. Or like a lot of the story that they've done in this update has been weird, just because it's like, here's the story super linearly on this set path,
To welcome our client,
and it's like, okay,
a kitty's gotta
like
earn his
that can be a
kibble
good
somehow.
thing, but this game isn't like it's trying to set it up like it's almost like a linear story game almost, which would be okay if they had very clear like checkpoints of like every 30 minutes or so, or every hour, they're like, okay, we need to pop back out to the real world and you need to re-engage with the story. Because not everyone can just play 4 hours straight of a fucking story section, you know? Like, there needs to be chopped up bits where we can go back to the normal overworld. Which, like, we're not even out in the normal overworld, we're here. But like I said, I'm assuming this is supposed to be one of the stopping points. Because of, you know, they stopped cutscenes. But yeah, that is it for today. The end of day 1891 of streaming in a row. Guys, thank you for coming out and hanging out. And I will catch you all tomorrow with some more Genshin Impact, where we'll be continuing on with some more of the story, trying to see what else is happening and going on here.
Emotions are like a
Yeah, I like that they're giving us a lot of his backstory, but at the same time, I do kind of wish we got to see, like, well, what is he doing in, like, present day right now? Like, he just got released, and we only seen him super briefly in this update. So it's like, okay, well, what's he been doing? Well, we're doing a lot of runaround work trying to stop him and stuff, but we haven't actually seen him in the modern day that much. So it's like, I'd like to see, like, what's he doing? Is he laying, like sending out troops? Is he, like, trying to take stuff over? Like, what's he doing? I'd like to see that, like, to kind of make it feel like what we're doing now has stakes, because, like, oh, there's a, like, ticking clock. Like, oh, he's trying to build up his army right now, and we cut to him as he's, like, slowly, like, building up power. And then we cut back to us as we're, like, diving deeper into his memories and stuff. I think that would have been a cool thing to add, instead of it kind of be like, he's over there doing evil stuff, but we need to sit here and, like, go through all of his memories for the next 4 hours. Because, yeah, the last 2 streams has just been, actually, maybe 3 streams? 2 streams for sure, but, like, we've been in his memories for, like, over 5 hours of gameplay. It's crazy amount of time. That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like we should probably have more scenes of, like, what are the other teams doing and how are they fending him off, or, like, trying to investigate him? What's he doing out there in the real world? But yeah, anyway, we'll get into that tomorrow. And yeah, like always, links down below for all the usual stuff. Blue Sky, Twitter, and links over to my YouTube channel where all my previous streams are uploaded and are kept up there. Now, catch you all tomorrow. See ya.